Have you ever invested your time and sometimes money, effort, and energy, and then when you watch and observe the outcome, you become amazed with yourself? I'm not talking about something major or huge activity. Maybe it's just in your very own kitchen after spending long hours cooking or baking, and finally you see smiles on people's face, and eventually you too get the smile happening on your face. The same thing happens when you lift a child up, not your own. Eventually you rise. My dear friends, I am Waran and welcome to the Waran Shanmugam Show. It's a smiley Wednesday, I must say, 18th August 2021. And we have with us yet a lovely guest tonight. The most beautiful smile, I must say, and this is the comments that I have been getting. Her name is Rika Prakash, a pretty and vibrant senior lecturer in Nila University, Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia. You'll be amazed with her sharing, so stay tuned and let us welcome my dear friends, Rika Prakash. Hi there, Rika. How are you doing?
Thank you, Warren. I have to force that smile on my face after all that.
Welcome to the Waran Shanmugam Show, and thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? How are things with you?
Fine, getting on, taking one step at a time, especially in this pandemic world. But thank you for giving me this opportunity. It's a new experience, and I found it very interesting. And I hope today other people who are watching us will find something from what
Well,
we are sharing with each other.
you know what, Reka? That's interesting how you are excited. I have been looking at the comments, and you have got a lot of people already commenting on you as a person. So yes, everybody's excited to hear what you have got to share. So let's see how that goes. Rika, let me, before we start, share a little bit about this show. Shall I?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so the idea of this show is actually to empower women to share their stories to the people out there. And I'm doing this so that those listening out there will get inspired by the stories shared and understand how life is so beautiful, Rika. And one needs to just refocus to see the other side of their own life, the beautiful part. So, to our friends out there, you just don't know how great of a person you are. You are more than who you think you are. I am more than I think. Remember that phrase here, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who wants to know more about the program that we do, please follow our Facebook page. I am more than I think. Click like, click share. So, Reka, as usual, you looking lovely. What's your secret, Reka?
Oh boy. Thank you for the compliment. I
You're most
think
welcome.
after a long time, after 1.5 years, I'm actually taking the trouble to dress up because doing online work, most of the time we only, wear something nice uh, on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I received so many comments saying that you've got and you must listen to this very carefully. Yeah, you've got an unequivocally happy smile. Now that's a beautiful word. Yeah, unequivocally happy smile. And remember, Rika, that's the same expression said about Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and her smile, which I think it's amazing. Don't you think so?
Thank you. That comparison is a bit too much. Um, makes me wonder whether there are technical connections to that painting of Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah.
Exactly,
For
exactly.
example, we're not sure whether it's a man or woman. I hope we're not thinking about that.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. But the smile itself, and I think this smile appears because of something that has happened when you were very young. Something you have started off with the right foot, rather that makes you who you are today. So why don't you share a little bit about yourself, Reka, your childhood, your siblings, and also your birthplace? Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Warren. Let me begin by saying I'm a Pendatang Asing, proud of it. I don't take offense to that word. I don't know why Malaysians should worry about that word. Because I think Malaysia, for me, has stood by me, has opened doors for me, has taught me about being a good citizen. So I'm very proud to be a Malaysian, even though pendatang seems to be sensitive. Yeah. Um, I'm actually from Chennai. I was born in Chennai. It was called Madras then,
Yeah,
Madras.
yeah.
And I'm the last of 7 children.
Mm.
My father said there was no family planning those days. I think my attitude comes in this life's journey comes from my parents. My father was very open-minded. He had his own philosophies of life, and he actually encouraged us to explore our abilities. He never stopped us. He was always very positive person. Um, in fact, he also helped so many people in his life. So that was a great example. My mother, on the other hand, is very traditional. She was the disciplinarian in the house. We made a mistake, she'll say, "You can't do that." And of course, we'd ask, "Why not?" And then she'll say, "I told you, that's it. Because I said so. Full stop. There's no questioning that decision." So, growing up in Chennai, those days, actually, people did not have that many expectations for a girl child. So, and as I was the youngest, my father was already established then, in his working life. So I didn't really have goals. I knew I had to study. That was kind of expected. But I didn't, like today, the girls, they all have so many ambitions, and that's wonderful. But those days, the education was more about an educated girl would be better able to keep a family together. That was the general idea. So I did do my degree in Chennai and completed it. And ambition, not at that point in my life. Um, and it was more of taking one step at a time. And even as a student, I was just an average student because there was no ambition, so no expectations. So basically, that is how I grew up.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
really learned about myself actually in Malaysia.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. So, you want to share a little bit about your siblings? Now, before you share about your siblings, I've got some lovely photos that I want to share to the whole world. Let's watch them. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You want to start with this photograph?
This is a picture from my heart. I That's my husband, of course, and he passed away when my son was very young. My son was only 9 years old. This is my son when he was 1. Now he's about 31. He's got his own family. So, life goes on as we take one step at a time. My husband's family was a very well-known family in Ipoh. His father was in construction, road construction. And like I said, I just moved during that time. It is just taking one step forward to the next step, dealing with life as it came. And not much, just working together as a family and as a team. Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely picture.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And then I have got this.
This is my eldest brother. He is also no more. He passed away. He he was the Air Vice Marshal of the Indian Air Force. He was a very good example for an elder brother. He was very motivating. I think when you talk about learning how to laugh, I learned to laugh because of him. He had a fantastic sense of humor, you know.
Uh-huh.
And because he was the eldest, we all listened to him very seriously, but he'll always end up teasing us with something totally,
The opposite, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
That's nice. And then I have got this picture. There you go, the ladies.
Oh, right. I'm actually Malayali, and for us, actually, we have the what we call Maramakatayam. The
Uh-huh.
women are the ones who hold the power,
Ah,
and
there
I
you go.
have, I actually have a very good backup, women team. Starting from the left is my third sister. She's in the U.S.
Okay.
She had her own kindergarten called Ahimsa, and then the second on the left is my elder sister, Srikala. She's a very outspoken person. She believes in saying what she thinks, even when there is a lot of people who might be against it. She speaks her mind. And then next to her is my sister-in-law, very beautiful person, very loving, very supportive, and they are in Hyderabad now. And then next to her is my second sister. She actually did two masters. She completed two masters.
Wow.
Also a very loving, very family oriented, and very supportive. She's so much of support to me. She's given. She's currently in Chennai. And then you have my elder sister-in-law, the one married to the Air Vice Marshal. She's in Hyderabad too, and she's also very loving, and she has her own way of dealing with problems, which I learned a lot from. She makes
Nice.
fantastic mango juice.
Oh, beautiful. That's nice. That's nice. And of course,
So,
that's yourself.
yeah, and you can see they really give a lot of support, the women in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
family.
So, and this is the one that you were talking about.
Yes, my elder sister. They went to the States, and the children all grew up there. They're doing very well. The children have are doctors actually, and she was very involved in the Obama campaign when he was standing for presidency, and she did a lot. She's very active, helping the community, that kind of things. Very outspoken person. So towards the end of his campaign, when it was time for him to leave, President Obama actually went from state to state, and when he went to their place, she was there too. He actually thanks them for the help, and that is wonderful,
Uh-huh.
to have a president come, you are of course a citizen in that country, but um, to meet the president is something a wonderful experience. Yeah, not
Yes,
many
yes.
have.
Amazing, amazing how you spoke about that, and it's interesting. And I wanted to know about your siblings and your family members simply because when I posted this show and saying that you are coming to my show, I see loads of comments from your family members. In fact, in a short while, I'll show it to you how excited your family members are already with cup of tea, coffee, and whatnot, watching you, and it's amazing. My question is how are you all so connected? How did this happen, Reka?
I think social media has helped us a lot in this. Of course, before it is the letters,
Yeah.
but with social media now we can have our own WhatsApp groups and family groups, and you name it, you have groups. So we keep in touch. We see each other's progress. We see the progress of my nieces and nephews and their children.
Hmm.
And this is a wonderful thing. This is a new way of community living, which, those days they had the family which all stayed together, uncles, aunts. Now we don't do that anymore. We are all in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So social media has really helped that,
I
to
think it's
bring.
Yeah, and it's very important, yeah, and all our viewers out there, you need to understand this, yeah. A lot of times you always say that, my brother is in KL, another sister is in Penang, just within the country, and you find it so difficult to be communicating. Now you have got
Yes,
social media, you've got so many platform for you to like just now even with Zoom, right? You can just
yes,
speak to them like as though they are right beside you, and
that's
yet
right.
it takes that effort. If you have got that one thing, I think connection is always close, and bonding is always there.
I think we need to take this opportunity of using social media to keep in touch with the community, because this is the new lifestyle now. And this
Yeah,
is the way our children will learn about our traditions and our uh, views, because most of the time the children are more exposed to the various other things that are happening on social media. But
yeah,
keeping the family and keeping our community using social media, we learn about our traditions. When I was
yeah.
growing up, my father was there to tell me the stories, you know. But now the father might be in Timbuktu, the mother is somewhere else, you know. So
Exactly. Yeah.
how is it? I have students here in Malaysia.
Mhm.
The father is in Dubai, the mother is working somewhere else, you know, and this child is alone in Malaysia, you know. So I think they should take this opportunity. They should find the time and use
Yeah.
the social media too.
Yeah, that's very interesting. You know what, Rika? I've created this group, yeah, WhatsApp group for my family, the four of us, like 5 6 years ago. And the reason is because I wanted to see the kids now. A lot of people say that they're always on the phone. 5 years ago, before the pandemic, it was the same case. They were on the phone, but we stopped them, right? But what I did was I encouraged them by having a phone, but of course with limitation. And what I did is this group, right? Whenever we want to have lunch, now I've got my upstairs, my daughter is staying, my son is just my neighboring room, but sending that message, right? And they all come to the dining table to eat. It's a different message that we are saying. When he goes to a different part of the world, when she goes to another part, we can still be connected, and we must start somewhere.
That's
Leave
right.
alone sending all the negative messages. You send something good, I think you will be able to create that bond. And you have just said it lovely. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Rekha, your uni life, interesting, I must say. But can you share with us how was your uni life, and then what were you working as at the very beginning? I mean, what type of job did you really take on? The first job, kerja yang pertama. I don't know whether you can understand Malay or
Yeah,
not.
no. My Bahasa has improved a lot, but
I'm sure, right? 20 odd years. Go ahead, go ahead.
it needs to still be improved too. Um, um, my working life actually, like I said, I was not ambitious. So when I came here, it was more about family, you know, being
Yeah,
in a family. Uh, I came in 75 actually, and I started working only in the 80s. And the main reason I started working was at that time in Ipoh, the economy was not so good. So, you know, extra income for the family, that kind of thing, to have whatever luxuries that we want. So that's what made me choose go into the working life. Um, I actually went into the cosmetic world. You know,
okay.
uh, I did a course on cosmetics, and I thought, okay, as a woman, that would be good. You know, teach how to make people look beautiful and that kind of thing. And but I'm not very good business person. So during that time, I conceived and I had my son. So that stopped me again from my working life because I was focusing again on the family. And when he was about 4 or 5, I started working again. And I thought the best choice would be teaching, because teaching, not to say it's easy, but it allows you time with your family and time working life. So you can kind of plan, and still have family life. So
Yeah.
I chose teaching, and I think that was the best decision that I made because I really enjoyed it. And I have to point out, if my students are watching, I hope they are. When you make a choice, a career choice, and you choose something that you enjoy, you actually improve yourself because you want to give the best. You want to do the best. You learn from it. You bring in new ideas. You work on yourself, and you become more independent, more confident. So, teaching actually, I really enjoy it. I enjoy the interaction with young people. Uh, I improve my skills because the organizations I work for used to send me for training, and you develop new skills.
Yeah.
I was still in ECO then. In 2002, I came to Negri,
Ah.
actually. And again, it was a choice because of income. I wanted to earn more, so not because I wanted to go to a new place. I definitely was very happy in Ipoh. I'm an Ipoh Mali person.
Yes, yes, exactly. Ipo Mali.
So
Yeah.
I came to Negri, and it's difficult, but difficult because I was a single parent. I was a working mother. I had to take care of a small boy growing up, So it is difficult, but um, Nilai University, at that time it was Nilai College, um, actually developed my skills a lot. I learned a lot. I was very happy working here.
Hmm.
I had support. I had friends who supported me. Who, when I moved from place, I had my sister-in-law Devika. She was a lecturer in Mara. She was very supportive. So support is necessary. We need support. We cannot. We are not. We cannot live by ourselves. We need people to give us, share ideas or just listen. You see.
Hmm.
Sometimes they might say things that you might not like, but still, it's good you have that support.
Yeah.
So I started at Nilai College, and as Nilai College developed into a university, I also developed. I
Nice.
learned new skills. I improved my education. I did my master's at UPM while working. So Nilai University actually is a part of the support system that I had. So I
Yeah.
like to say I've been working there for a long time, and people are.
Exactly, right. I mean, yeah, it's very nicely said, Reka, and the support system is the one that keeps you going. And it's very, very essential. So and you said that you love teaching. I could see that when I looked at your LinkedIn, it says there 19 years and couple of months. So for almost 20 years now in Nila University. And I'm curious, Reka, well, first of all, how come you can tahan so long, yeah? And also, how did you end up enjoying every single day of your life in Nila University?
The Nila University environment is beautiful. You should come one
I
day to
must,
our
I
campus.
must, I will
It's
definitely
a
come.
real beautiful campus. It's so green and the flowers, and it's a beautiful campus. So that itself gives you a kind of a very peaceful, you know, because life is full of challenges. And when you enter your work field and you have this atmosphere which gives you so much of energy, it's good. Students, good and bad, but I enjoy, like I said, the teaching, the challenge of handling difficult students, handling students who are good, seeing them improve. So this teaching journey is really very good. I had very good mentors, lecturers who supported me in this organization. Um, leaders involved in other things, not only the university, and of course, friends. And you'll be surprised, sometimes even students can give support. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not sure whether you experience that. Young people, sometimes they might say something which is so, gives you the courage to continue.
Yes, you are so right, Reka. I always say this to my friends. Yeah, my dad used to tell me this: every human being whom you meet is a teacher for you,
Yeah,
regardless of
true.
age, religion, race, whoever,
True.
wherever they are from. So
True.
I learned a lot from my kids. Why? Because not my own kids, the kids whom I teach. Why? Because they have got loads of stories and loads of questions that they throw. And the moment
Yes,
it comes to you, right, it hits you in a way that where transformation happens every single time. So yeah, you are
yes.
so right. I agree to that. Reka, I have to go to our chat box here. Your viewers, they are bombarding with so many messages, and it's so lovely to see them. I can't stop laughing as you are also sharing. Let me share with you on screen, and I will mention to you what are these guys saying. Yeah. Okay. Sri Kala is saying. I so she's saying that I see you are pretty, smiling face on my TV, cast from my phone. 30 minutes to go. Need to make some tea. Shashi would say quickly. Yeah. Sri Kala Rajagopalan. Who is that?
That's my elder sister, the one who is very outspoken, very
Beautiful.
proactive. Yes.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice. So yeah, she's ready with tea there. Yeah, and then Chef Gaia is saying hi, Mr. Warren, and also good evening. Lim Vitim is saying to you. Savitri Mutusami is saying good evening. Chef Gaia is saying hi, Miss Rekha.
Hi,
Uh,
Chef.
there you go. And then Kalpana Nair is saying hi, Rekha Das.
She's the current HOD in Nila University. Very
Ah,
young, very positive person. Very nice. Thank
I'm
you.
sure. I'm sure, Kalpana. Chef Gaya is saying she is looking lovely and calm. Yes, indeed. I told you so. Shamala Krishnan is saying very true, warm smile. There you go. So your fan base
Yes,
is
she
growing.
was
Yeah.
a former colleague.
Yeah.
Currently, she's an NT. Also, a very positive, very strong person. You know, you
Really.
learn
Yeah.
so much from them. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have got positive people by your side, I don't see anything going wrong there. Sri Kala also says Rekha is talking about her smile. Yeah, it's a family thing. Yeah. Sharifa Halima is saying hi, Rekha.
Yes, she is one of those. Also, she was former colleague. She is currently now in um, the Chinese university. Forgot now the name is not coming
Xiamen
to me.
University.
The one in
Xiamen,
Nilai.
Xiamen University.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Xiamen. She's now in Xiamen. And
Uh-huh.
she's also very organized. I learned so much. She's a young person, but I learned so much from her. She is very organized and very systematic, which I was
There you
never.
go.
I'm a horrible person at organizing things.
So Sharifa, thank you for that. Sheila Devi is saying hi, Rekha.
Okay, she's a colleague in Nila University. She works in the exam unit, and also we talking about support. We support each other. We help each other. She's like a sister of mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
exciting, exciting, exciting to hear. Yoga Vadi says good evening to both of you.
From Ipoh, also, um, some people, they're not your siblings, but they are more than your siblings. They become part of
Oh,
your family. Yes.
that's touching. That's touching.
She
Yeah.
used to work at
Rajwin.
Hong Kong Shanghai Bank.
I
Yes.
see. HSBC. Yeah.
Yes.
Rajwin saying well done, Warren and Rekha.
Yes.
Hafiz Darudin Garden and Kitchen. Hello to our celebrity, Madam Rekha.
You see, talk about young people. This is a very young colleague of mine, just started at Nila University. Very positive, very enterprising, and very, with all the digital stuff. So when I
Ah,
have problems with all these internet things, he's the one I run to.
oh, Hafiz, fantastic job, my man. Imelda Simon is saying nice to see photos and listen to the story behind it. There you go. Lovely photos of yours. Pavan Karimbil is saying, lovely, lovely to see all these good vibes.
Yes, he's in Bombay. He's an entrepreneur. And my nephew is very, very, very positive.
Oh, hi there,
Fantastic with
Pavan.
music. Yes.
Really? Okay. Another year Rahman in the making, yeah. Sri Kala Rajagopalan says, can't stop crying watching Rika and Kamalesh. Oh, that is so touching.
Yeah, that is true.
Sri Kala, lovely, lovely. Love you so much. Pawan Karim Bill is saying lovely pictures. He is also saying Karim Bill Obama. Wow. I'm sure you all have got your jargons going on there.
The Karimbal is actually family name. For
Ah,
Malayalis, we have what we call the Taruvada, which means the place that we come from, and the
okay.
house that we come from. So the house that we come from is Karimbal. So
So
that's,
you guys are the Karimbilians.
yes. It sounds like a Malay, Muslim name,
Yeah,
Karimbal.
yeah, exactly. Gayatri Joseph is saying, hi, Rekandi.
Yes, she's also a teacher in Subang. Very supportive, very loving.
Uh-huh.
Um, Grew up with me, part of me.
There
And
you go. There you go.
yeah,
Yo is saying, hi, good evening, everyone. And Kiran Koi is saying, that's lovely. Yes, it is joint family. Those were the good old days. Yeah,
that's
Kiran,
right.
yeah, beautiful. Uh, Sri Kala is saying, drinking tea right now, Warren. Yes, we are there for Rex and each other. Thanks, Warren, for giving Rekha this wonderful opportunity. You're most welcome, Sri Kala.
I told
Arna
you she's outspoken.
I know, right? Arna Sapna is saying, yeah, Rick's auntie, lovely to watch you live on YouTube. All the way from Dubai, I'm
She's
assuming.
actually my niece, and she's in Hyderabad now. She's formerly was with her husband in Dubai, and they are actually like coaches and mentors. So
Ah,
she's a fantastic person herself.
I
Very good.
see. Nice,
Does a lot
nice.
of training and things like that.
Lovely, Anas, for dialing in all the way from Hyderabad. Pawan is still saying our family has the most tech savvy 70 plus generation.
I think he's
Yeah.
making a dig at me because I'm crossed the zone.
Kiran Koi is saying, yes, our kids needs their me time. Daniel Paramasivam says, great sharing, Miss Rekha.
Okay, there is a student of mine, former student. He was the president of the Indian Cultural Society, and I think very good leader, very good example of a leader. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
Sharat Patron says hi.
that's my son.
Oh,
And that's my
really? Hi.
granddaughter, the picture of my granddaughter.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Hi there, Sharat. Lovely to have you here. Gayatri Joseph says hello, Sharat. There you go. Kalpana Nair says, agree, choosing something you love. Yes, indeed, choosing something you love and continue doing whatever that you do best is the
Yes,
best thing, yeah. And Kiran
yes.
also saying women sacrifice at all the time. Yes, indeed, I agree with you, Kiran. Gayatri said they showed your baby picture, so cute. Yeah,
Okay.
lovely, lovely. A lot more
Embarrassing.
a lot more messages coming, but I want to go back to some of the questions that I have. Rika, rise by lifting others. Rise by lifting others. It's a phenomenal gesture, and it's also the title of this show tonight. So tell us what this title means to you on a personal level, Rika.
Okay, being in a language department, a person who is involved with words, I am definitely motivated with words. And I'm not sure about others. Each one has their own way of getting motivated. For me, words are definitely motivators. Your tagline, rising by lifting others, is so beautiful because um, it is what we are. When we help others, we actually feel good about ourselves. um, it's not conceit. When you help someone, you learn about your ability of being helpful. Like, for example, when I was alone with a child, there were so many people there friends who helped me, you know. I'm sure by helping me, they also felt good about themselves, and they felt that they are contributing, and that's a wonderful feeling for itself. Taglines are very important in life for me, especially. And if you, I'm the advisor, like I said, of the Indian Cultural Society, and when it was first formed in 2002, actually. The students chose this tagline. They said, "Together we move further." And I thought it was beautiful because, yes, together is what is important, especially to now with this current pandemic and politics and so many other issues. We have to work together, because when we work together, we actually move forward. We help each other. So that was a wonderful tagline. My father's tagline when I was growing up was, "Work hard, earn more, help others." I think I apply it, not that I earn more, but definitely I do what I can. And when you do those things, it really helps you. Um, don't you think so, Warren? Because you are
Yes.
the one who chose the tagline.
This is the thing, Rika. When I was looking at before I bring in a guest, of course I will look into all areas to see what they have done and what title to give them. And when I was looking at your title as to what to put, the work that you have done with the many kids out there, I think that's exceptional. That's beautiful. And I'm sure along the way, right, and I'm having goosebumps as I'm talking about this, because I remember whenever I'm in a coffee shop, suddenly someone whom I've never known suddenly comes and says, "Hi, Mr. Warren, I am so and so. I was your student once." And I'm sure you have gone through that phase,
Yes.
that experience, and that's overwhelming. That's beautifully an experience, I must say. And that's the reason why I chose that, because you must have lifted so many kids out there, and by doing that, you yourself rise above everyone
Yes.
else.
We actually help our own. We feel confident. We become more confident about our own thoughts and our own.
Exactly. And Rika, they are not our kids, They are someone else's kid, but you take
Yeah.
care of them like your own. I mean, that is just blissful, I must say.
When I posted this of your site and your promotion for your this program, um, many of my students past those who finished actually were so sounded so excited for me, and I thought that was so sweet, because
That
they
is
have moved on in life. They don't have to remember. They don't have to, but they
exactly.
take, yes.
Yeah. So talking about your students, I've got a couple of photos of your students also here. Can I just share a little bit?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Please do.
I think I will go with your university big timer.
Oh, okay. This is Dr. Sodhi Rajagan. He was a former vice chancellor. Uh, he he's a very motivating person, a great mentor. Um, he encourages. In fact, he's like you, Warren. He focuses on the women and encouraging women to give the best. He's that type of a person. A
Oh.
very strong supporter for the students, works for the students while he was at Nila University. On the
Uh-huh.
left, you see my aunt, Dr. Radha, Karimal Dr. Radha, and she had her clinic Bandaran in Klang for many years. She was one of the first female gynecologists in Malaysia, actually, eh,
Wow.
many years ago. Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
definitely, when I have people like this who have so much, strength and so much of positive energy, I have to be positive. I'll be letting them down if I wasn't.
Exactly. You are so right. You are so right. This one.
This is actually pictures of Nila University. You can see on the right is our aircraft engineering students.
Uh-huh.
Um, and this is the entrance of Nila University.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things happening, and now most of the students are missing this, because they're
Yeah,
not on campus. We
I'm
have new
sure.
students who are only online students for 1 year. Poor things.
Oh gosh, so they've never
Yes,
stepped into that main entrance, yeah.
they are university students, but they've never been in the university.
Ah gosh,
Uh,
look at
this
how
is
pandemic has.
um, this is the Indian Cultural Society. One of the events they have to expose about the culture, and there you have a female president,
Ah,
Hema. Yes,
okay.
on the left.
Uh-huh.
So as you can see, I don't want to take the credit, but I think I kind of encourage the girls to, come out forward, speak up, because most of the time it is more like, okay, miss, I say, what do you mean, okay? Tell me what you want. Even if you don't like it, tell it. And
Yeah.
all these have graduated now, they've moved on.
I see. And
And
that's the message that I really want you to tell. I mean, when you are able to nurture these young, talented girls into able to voice out what they like, what they don't like, I think that's a great achievement. And a lot of
yes.
them are not able to do that at this very junction of time. This one, Rika.
We have what we call an intensive English program for foreign students who come from countries where they don't use English. They are exposed to English, but they don't speak it. They're not proficient. So they do
Okay.
a short course depending on the level that they have. And we expose them to different activities. And as you can see, there's so many different people from different countries, from Arab countries, from Indonesia, from China, Vietnam. It's a big group of students. And it's
I
fun
see.
teaching them because when they first come, some of them even can't say, excuse me, I would like to go to the washroom.
They can,
But
yeah.
at the end of the course, they stand up and give a 5-minute oral presentation. Wow, that's fantastic.
That is definitely fantastic, right?
Yes, especially when they start complaining in English. I say, wow, if you can complain.
This is one thing that I must say. Yeah, I remember teaching English in Vietnam. When in the very beginning, when you ask them a question, the answer is only one word. But along the way, right, when they are very okay in speaking, right, you just cannot stop them from speaking. I
Yeah,
guess that's the same experience. Yeah.
yes, yes, it is. This is the Indian Cultural Society, and at that time we used to have this yearly event called IKEA, and that is also a Sanskrit word, and it was actually designed by students, planned by students. And when they do these things, these events, I know some parents think, students getting involved in these kind of activities is a waste of time. No, I have to disagree, because when they get involved in these kind of activities, they learn their ability. They become more confident. They learn to plan. They learn to find sponsors, to speak to sponsors. They learn how to speak. Many of them use social media, but they really don't know the language of social media. Some of them use it so inappropriately. But when they get involved in such activities, they learn the language. They learn how to use language to, plan, organize. They learn about budgeting. So there's so much they learn, and many of them who have been in these activities actually become very confident and they're doing very well in their own fields and their
Yeah,
lives.
beautiful, beautiful. I'm receiving. I just received this message from Rehman G. Sorry, Rehman from Johor, and he's asking this. Reka G, do you even get tired? And what's your morning booster when you feel like really, really down? I know you
Yes,
spoke about the support system. You spoke about the positive people around you all the time. But yeah, what's your morning booster when you get up? Right? It's like, hey, what do you do?
um, tired. Yes, I think, like you say, there are good times and there are bad times. And bad times are the most challenging times to get up.
Hmm.
You just want to
Exactly.
roll under the blanket and hide there. But I have asked this question many times as over the period of my life. I'm sure many young people have done the same too and
Uh-huh.
been troubled by it. Why me? Why should this happen to me? Or sometimes I get so angry when I'm praying, I tell God, you're not fair. you you seem to be kind to others and unkind to me, when I'm doing so much.
Yeah.
So these are part and parcel of your life. And now, after these years, I think there is no answer for the why question.
Mm.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
What the question that we have to ask is, have I tried everything when you face an issue? Have I tried everything?
Mm.
Um, am I hurting someone when I do these things? Um, After doing all these things, will I find peace of mind? Peace of mind and respect, I think, are very important in life because
Oh,
that
nice.
is one of the motivators. Peace of mind, respect, very, very important.
Yeah.
Um, of course, what I do is when there are biggest problems, sometimes I do things to cheer myself up. I have a weakness for chocolates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go and buy the ice cream or chocolate or something like that, and just enjoy the moment to get away from the problems. Yeah. One thing I do now, I have learned from watching others is when you get up in the morning, thank God for giving you this opportunity of starting a new day, a fresh new day. You know, you have a whole day to do something very good. We are so lucky to have that. We have all our senses, and we are able to do this. So that's a fantastic thing. We
Yeah.
have to remind ourselves, especially those who are facing difficulties now, job wise or monetary wise or family wise, whatever. We have to remind ourselves first thing in the morning. You are given 12 hours in the day to do something positive. So thank God for that and started. Um, my brother used to say, "Hey, I finished. I've got one whole year now to work on something."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Could you put that quotation, the first one? I think the picture is number 3, the
Yeah.
motivating, the picture with the boat. Yeah. What it says is, I like this quotation very much. It says, it's from William Arthur Ward, and it says, the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The realist adjusts the sails. Among these three people, for myself, I'm a realist. I look at each day's problems and I work towards it. That is how I have worked. Optimism is good. Hope is very important. We have to hope. We cannot stop hoping.
Mm.
So it's very good to have optimism, but always be a realist. Because when you're a realist, you can put the good and the bad and then move forward.
Oh, that's an
Pessimist,
amazing. Go ahead.
yeah, pessimist, I think it's a very difficult. So you have to understand yourself. You have to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and then work on your weaknesses. If you
Yeah.
cannot, try to adjust life so that you move forward.
Yeah, that's amazing. On that same note, right, Rika, I want to ask you this: how would you define success?
Very interesting word, yeah, success. Success is like I say, I work on words. Yeah. So success is such a open word. There's so much to it. It's very difficult to um, explain. So if for each person, success is different. You know, for me, success is if I make a mistake in life and I learn from that mistake, that is a success. If I keep making that mistake, definitely I'm not succeeding in what I'm doing. Yeah. That doesn't mean that every problem I'm able to solve. Some problems are always a problem. But if I can still continue and move forward with whatever the problems, I think that is for me a success. For some people, success might be money, luxuries, a BMW car. Oh, I'd love one. But but like I said, I'm a realist.
Yeah.
So for me, success is being able to finish a day with whatever plans that I've made, having reached to a student and helped that student, that is a success. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
each person, that word success can have a different meaning. What about you? What is success for you?
Very thank you for asking that question. Success means if I'm able to sit down with my family members, my wife and my two kids, for a nice meal on a dining table, chatting away about what happened throughout that particular day, itself is a success, Rika, for me. Yesterday we watched, myself and my wife, we watched this movie until like 2 a.m. And it was interesting. And for me, right, that is success. When I'm able to sit down with my kids and watch a movie, when I am able to do something with my family members, for me, family comes first. And when I'm able to do something with them, right, it's a success. Little things. Like what you said, a BMW will be an additional, a bonus. But then again, just simplicity is the most important. How you can live your life to the fullest. And I'm saying living your life to the fullest every single day, that itself is success.
Yep. I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Very nicely said also yourself. Now I have got this question that is very important that I ask to all women out there, and I will ask you. But before that, I've got some comments coming, and I want to read some of the comments. Uday Nair says, well, he's applauding to your statements. Chandini Joseph says, Sharat Babu. Uh, Sri Kala Rajagopalan says Waran is good in his interview. Thank you so much, ma'am. Pawan is saying, as per one of our iconic poets and gurus, if I had to choose between my teacher and God, I would choose my teacher because my teacher shows me the path to God. Wow, that's
Wow.
lovely, isn't it?
Yes,
That's
beautiful.
so beautiful. And there you go. Who else? Anupama Pali says, self-made and successful, so much to learn from you.
Oh, thank you. She's
Indeed.
my niece. Yes.
Yeah. So Srikala, I just like to show Srikala's messages because it's so nice to hear what she has got to say. Almost jumped out of my chair with tears when my name was mentioned and could not stop laughing. There you go. She must be a lovely person. Arna says, Suresh and Pushpa are glued to the TV. I love the way you have been able to talk about how you have progressed in life by using the support that you got from all. You truly have grown a growth mindset. Yes, indeed. You are so right. And yeah, Susan, on the other hand, says, let me get what she said just now. Susan says, uh, yeah, okay. Susan says, support from family and friends are the one that keep us going. Yes?
Yes,
In,
very true.
yeah.
Agree with
So
you totally, Susan.
Very nice, very nice. So, Rika, the question that I wanted to ask you is this: women and discrimination. So,
Uh,
have you ever felt discriminated in any ways throughout your life journey? Can you share some story, Rika?
I have to divide it into two sections.
Go
One
ahead.
is my Chennai journey when I was very young and not very confident. And the other is my Malaysian journey where I learned and developed my own skills. Yeah.
Okay.
In Malaysia, the Malaysian citizen, I have to say, they are wonderful people. They are very caring, very polite, um, and they give a lot of respect to the women. But when it comes to a career, that's a different ball game. When you go into the career life and you want to progress, you, for a woman, you have to work, you have to give 200%. If you have goals to achieve, if you, because each one's goal is different. Yes. Like you said, for you, your success is sitting and having a meal with the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you think about goals, in Malaysia, if you are a woman who wants to be the first, you better be ready to face very polite, rude words. I'll give you
Nicely
a
said.
good, I'll give you a good example. Tan Sri Rafidasis, as far as I'm concerned, she can become the prime minister. She will be a wonderful prime minister. But where is the support for that? We are still looking at men to be the prime minister. I'm waiting to see a female Malaysian prime minister. Will that happen? Yeah.
Yes.
So discrimination, we have to accept it. It is there. There's no point. If you remember, I said, don't blame others.
Yeah.
You want to achieve something, you work for it. You put your 100, 200% because that's what you want for yourself. Yeah. Coming to my Chennai chapter, the
Yes.
discrimination is different because I grew up in a family, we encouraged the girls to be outspoken. So that was not a problem in family. But when you went to the streets, I was very young. And at that time, considered very modern because I used to wear mini skirts. It was scandalous for a girl to wear a mini skirt, especially in Chennai. So when you walk on the street with a miniskirt, there will be groups of boys singing Nadaya, either Nadaya. So
Ah,
mindsets, at that point, I was too young to handle it. You know, today I don't know how it is for my grandnieces and nephews, whether it's different or not. But yes, each country has its way of discriminating. Women have to face that. That's part and parcel because we are actually only now we are really stepping out and doing things what we want, uh, which was not the focus many years ago. So be brave.
yeah.
I always speak to my aircraft students, especially the girls there.
Uh-huh.
You are going into a very male dominated field. Yes. So you be prepared. You will be in a group of men who are so casual about using very strong four-lettered words. You might not be even exposed to that, you know. So just to listen to people casually throw this word around would be very stressful. Leave alone the fact that I remember one student telling me this when they were doing group work. They were doing a project. This is an engineering student, She's doing a
Mhm.
project and she actually uh, gave ideas. And to
Okay.
get that idea across to a group of boys, it was so hard for her to do. So, yes, it's because I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just telling this is how it is because of the way you're brought up, the way you think, you don't, or you don't even think about it. You just accept it. So you, if as a woman, if you have high ambitions, you definitely need to focus and focus on that ambition and work with it. And that goes for the boys too, because now boys have to handle women who are very strong and outspoken.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. You're right. Kiran is asking this question: why always women? Well, I think that's the deal here. Yeah. So it takes two to tango. It's not only about women doing their part and fighting for their right. It is time that the men also start accepting who women are, what are their abilities and capabilities, and accepting them as a person rather than genderly segregating. I think
Yes.
the time is already a no-no for the world to say that, you know what, I see you as a person, and with the talent that you have got, come work with me.
But there's one thing though, I don't know, maybe I'm still traditional. When a woman speaks or voices out her opinion, there we don't have to follow the way the men do it. We don't have
Yes.
to say use it in the same manner. We can find a better way of bringing it out.
Exactly. I think that is the most important message here, that you do not need to be competitively be able to do like how men do what they do. You can do it your own way. Women have got so many beautiful ways that you can do things. And I like what Kiran said. We women have to stand up for our rights. Yes, just telling my son. And yes, that's the way forward. You have to start talking to your children, your sons especially, how to treat a woman, how to accept them as who they are. And this is very important. If that is going on well, I think we will have a fantastic future. Rika, I know we have got so much to share, and I can't share with you. So many viewers are giving so many comments, but I've got this question for those who are watching your show, and I'm guessing that there is a message for them. What would you like to tell these people?
Can I end it, since we're reaching the end? Can I go to the last motivation poem that is there, which I sent to you?
Sure, sure.
Okay, this is a wonderful poem which actually motivates me a lot. When I'm down, sometimes I read it and I find it's very positive. It was written by John Greenfield Whittier. It says, "Don't quit." Shall I just read it out?
Yes, please.
Okay. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low, like now in the pandemic time, when the
Yes.
funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when all is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint on the cloud of doubt. And you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems far. So stick to fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things go wrong, you must not quit.
Oh, that's a lovely message there. Yeah, when things go wrong, you must never, never, never quit. Reka ji, oh my, so many lovely stories that you have shared here with us. I don't know what to say. I want to thank you so much for doing this. You're an inspiration, definitely, to those people out there, and also definitely to me, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Warren. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. For an old
Yeah.
person like me, this is a challenge.
All
Thank
you,
you.
I don't think so. So Susan says lovely message. Kiran says beautiful, and Limvi says fantastic sharing. Reka. On that same note, Reka Prakash, on behalf of the Waran Shanmugam show and all the viewers out there, we wish you all the success and continue to rise by lifting others, ma'am. Please do bless me, my family, and the people out there. Thank you once
Thank
again,
you.
Rika.
Thank you, Warren. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
All the best.
Thank you so much, and shout out to all your family members out there, all around the world. I just enjoyed this show today. Hope to see all of you all one day. Yeah. Thank you, viewers. You guys are rocking with all the questions and comments. Yeah. Keep going. If you have got any questions, Reka ji will drop by I Am More Than I Think Facebook page, and she will answer where it is possible. So you see, if Reka Prakash can do it, you can too. I was watching a movie last night, as I mentioned, and this young man wanted to start a new business in this movie. And as he steps out the front door, the father says, "Son, embarrass yourself out there. It builds character." Now, I'm having goosebumps, yeah. And I think that advice is just mind blowing. So if you have done something in the past and you're feeling embarrassed about it, good that you're feeling embarrassed about it, because you've just become wiser than before that particular incident. Keep that learning and move on. There is always something new waiting for you out there to conquer. So remember, I am more than I think. This is Waran here signing off. Meet you again, same day, same time next week. Bye. Just hang in there for a while, yeah, Rika.
Okay.